to my channel and welcome for everyone who is new. Today is my birthday and my name is Christine. I was thinking that, today at least I cannot walk and I'm gonna film some video for you guys today. We're gonna do August and September books wrap up. I consolidate all of it because I didn't have time to record and also because I didn't read much book for the past few months. It was really hectic, but I was thinking that it will be a good chance for me to actually go through with you all what I have been doing in the month of August. I completed 3 books, out of which one will be an arc, one fiction and one romance. So in August, I actually had quite a good read. I started off with The Seventh Husband of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. For this book, I gave it a 5-star because every single page grabbed my attention. It is about a Hollywood star. She wanted to share the truth about her life because she was married 7 times, of course, because the husband of Evelyn Hugo. It was very engaging. Every single page just made me flip through so fast. I flipped through this book so fast, and look at the number of tabs I have. Look. Yeah, I really love this book. This is one of the best book I've read for this year. After reading this book, I immediately bought Atmosphere, the Daisy Jones. And the 6, I bought that. So this is the 5-star. After that, I managed to finish the the book from Nat Galley, which is the Book of Blood and Roses. I rated it 3.5 star. This book is a debut book by Annie Summerlee. I will put the picture here. I rated it 3.5 star. It is a vampire romantasy. It is very interesting. It's something that I never expected because last time, I think it's my first vampire book. My thought of vampire will be those like zombie kind, those very old-fashioned and very boring kind of vampire. But I remember clearly that there are a lot of interesting scene where the vampires in this book is so cute in my perspective, and I really like it. But I feel that the book lacks plot. It ended too early and a little too abrupt. I wanted it to last longer so you get a little bit more content. And I think for this book, in general, this mortal vampire hunter, she is supposed to go to this vampire school to search for a lost book. And she ended up with a vampire roommate who is also another girl. So it is really fun and interesting. Yep, but I rated it 3.5 star. I feel that y'all can read it, but it will be really good if the plot can be slightly longer and a little bit more, because I feel that I was very interested, but it just stopped and ended. Okay, so after that, I was in a slump because I was so occupied and was really busy. I told myself I really need to start reading the Tolman series, which is by Chloe Walsh. Look at how thick this book is. I if you all have seen my TikTok, I have started this book. I have put this book in my TBR for like the longest ever, but I didn't read it. And it's coming to the end of the year, and I do have 9 books that I wanted to complete by the end of 2025. And hence, I told myself that why not I give myself a challenge. I really need to start reading. And when I start reading, I didn't regret. I still remember the last portion. I cried while reading and finished the whole book, and I need to know what happened to Shannon immediately. Yeah, usually you would know that you're gonna cry, but I think for Binding 13, the tears just dropped so suddenly. I didn't expect myself to cry at all, and I feel that TikTok has given me the wrong perspective, because initially I saw a lot of reviews that says that it's very toxic and it is very bulky. Yes, I admit it, it is around 788 pages, and I really stopped reading it because I feel that if it's very toxic, I won't be able to read it because I really need to de-stress. I don't need to add more stress to my life. So I put it on hold for so long, but I think I had a misconception in with to the toxicity. Yes, it is still toxic, but it is not to the extent that it's so scary. Scary is so dark and it is so um, unreadable. That's my perspective initially. It is toxic. It talks about a lot of bullying. So please check trigger warning before you want to read this book. But I feel that the book actually bring me through Shannon's life, and I think the point why I cried was because I was in this book as if I am Shannon's friend. I can feel her pain. And I think everybody has their own story. And although it's not exactly the same, it's a little relatable to my life and it touched my heart a lot. But I will do another video in my series video that I will show my reading journey throughout the entire series. So we will talk more there, but this is a must read 5 star book to me. It is really, really, really nice read. It is not difficult. I don't have, let me see how many do I have. I don't really have much vocabs that I need to search for this book. So if you are a reader like me whose English is not really, really that good, then I think that this is quite suitable because you won't spend your time reading and flipping through the dictionary. And it is really easy to read, but initially it is a little bit hard for me to grasp the context because the book is in Ireland and I have no idea, zero idea rugby, zero idea about the culture there. I even need to search what is a primary school leaving cert, how old is it, secondary school leaving cert or something like that, how old is it, because it's different from Singapore and the context is quite different, of course. So I went to research and it helps me better. So I think that if you are those kind of people who really need easy read, this may not be the option because it's really bulky and you need to learn the culture. But once you read through it, it's really quite easy and it is really worth the read because it is really quite realistic to me, because how she been through, what's her thinking like, it has been similar to me at least. So this is a 5 star read. So after that, that marks the end of my August. In August, actually, I started Queen of Shadow, but I didn't manage to finish Queen of Shadow in August. I finished it in September. Look at the tab. This is one of the, I think Hair of Fire is more into me compared to Queen of Shadow, because Queen of Shadow, I feel that she is already grown up and now she is a real woman. I don't know how to explain that, but I feel that this book is still quite good. I don't really know what's my rating yet. I feel that it's a 4-ish, but I haven't decided whether this is better than Hell of Fire or Fire is better than Queen of Shadows. But I think the book is getting more and more intense, and I haven't started the next book because it will be a tandem read, which means I need to read 2 books at once. So I really want to enjoy my October. So I'm not sure whether I'm gonna read it for October, but I'm gonna continue this series. And I read the book by Deborah Webb, The Secrets You Can't Keep. This book is book 3 of the Vera Boyd series, but I didn't know, thinking that it's a standalone, but ended up being book 3. So I lost the book 1 and book 2 storyline. And I can say that I am more interested in reading book 1 after I finish reading this book, because I think they relate it back to book 1 a lot, and it made me want to read it more because I feel that it will be more interesting than the third book. So overall, I think for this book, the plot is okay, and I feel that I lost a little bit of context because I didn't read the first 2 books, but it is a very fast read. So I rated it 3 star. After reading the arc, I went on to read Keeping 13 because I just really need to know. I remember after reading Binding 13, I actually read the first 50 page through Kindle because I was already resting. So I on my Kindle and read the first 50 pages because I want to really know if Shannon is okay. Although I know deep in my heart that Shannon is going to be okay, but I just need to read it myself. So I feel that I like Binding 13 more than Keeping 13 because Binding 13 tell you the story and you are like just right in it, and Keeping 13 is more of a closure. So I rated this book 4.5 or 4.75 stars. After that, I told myself I really need to read because my speed is very low. But I realized that actually I'm not that bad because Queen of Shadow itself is around 600-ish pages and this is around 800. Yeah, 800. These two can be considered as three. I feel. So I told myself I need a challenge and I managed to finish 2 books within 3 days. There's a hidden picture by Jason Reculak. Reculak. Okay, Hidden Pictures is by Hidden Picture. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce the name properly. To be fair, I rated this book 3.5 stars. Let me explain. Okay, let me show you the pictures. Okay, so there's a lot of pictures. I read this book very fast because there's so much pictures, and I can tell you that this book is about a called Mallory. She became the nanny of this new boy called Teddy. So I have to say that the first 50 pages I was bored to death. Should I say the first 84 pages I was bored to death because I feel very cringe. It feels like those typical movie where a new came to our community to stay, and this new family is totally atheist. They do not believe in ghosts or God. And then there's this nanny who believe in all of this, and things start happening. So I feel so cringe because I don't like the typical storyline. I got bored. But that's the reason why people do not DNF because you really need to read at least 50% before you decide to really DNF the book. So I continued reading it through. I would say that the plot start coming after page 80, but overall it is still a very nice read, a very fast-paced book. You will keep thinking, you to keep thinking about what is going on, and if you do not like those scary, this is for you. It's definitely not very scary. I am a scary cat. I can read it, so I'm very sure you can. And it is a very interesting read. I rated it 3.5 star. And we have reached the last book of the month of September. I read The Five People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. I rated it 4.5 star. This is a real read, I think from 10 or even 12 years ago. I totally forgot what this book is about. But I feel that I age throughout the years. The first time when I read this book, I probably don't feel anything much. But this year, when I reread this book with zero content in my brain, I feel very different when reading this book. So this book is about a 83-year-old man called Eddie. He fought in a war. He worked in a theme park as a maintenance, and he died. So when he died, he was sent to heaven, and heaven is a different context in this book where you will need to meet 5 people in heaven, and each of them will tell something that you didn't know. So it's like a closure for you, and to explain to you why you are like that. So he met 5 different people, and it explained why he is just so angry all the time, why he is why he is why he is how he is. So the first story will to me the first story and second story impact me most. So I feel that this book is a book that everybody must read because it's really quite fast. It's only 200 and 8 pages, and it tells you a lot more than what you think, and it gives me a really different perspective where I re-look into my life myself. And of course, this book helped me to think a lot. So this book is 4.5 star, and I still recommend all of you to read it, because I think different age as you grow and you reread it again, you will feel a different feelings. So in total, we finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 6. No, wait, let me flip it. We finished 6 physical book in the month of August and September. I'm so proud of myself. Now is our religious timing. We are supposed to put it back into the bookshelf behind me. Let's do it. So that's the end of my August and September wrap up. And I hope to see you soon. Do give a comment or share my post. And I'm gonna see you again pretty soon. Bye.